and he set that cold ass walnut on my motherfucking shoulder. Just gave.
Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm too hot, too hot, too hot, too hot. I'm out of this world. Baby, hop up in my spaceship, baby. Are you down to ride? Baby, hop up in my spaceship, baby. Are you trained to ride?
What's up, Murder Gang Posse? It's your girl, Blue Murder, and we are back with another video. So y'all see my hat. I'm a boss. I'm the biggest boss that you seen this for. Did he say I'm the biggest boss that you seen this for? That's probably what he said. But you know what? Good morning. Good morning. Wait a minute. Good morning. The sun is out. Let me stop playing. But good morning, Murder Gang Posse. It's your girl Blue Murder, and we have like a crazy ass story time that I need to get off my motherfucking chest right now because this is crazy. This is funny, I promise you. I was gonna say, I know y'all probably saying I'm a gold digger because every time when I get on here telling y'all these stories and shit like that, it's giving gold digging vibes, but I'm just a pimp. I'm not a gold digger. I'm just a pimp. Y'all know how pimps move. Real swift, and I move real swift. So y'all, let me tell y'all, quit meeting them off Instagram. I gotta stop meeting them off Instagram for real. So shit, I was doing my daily lives and everybody used to be joining, telling me like, you know, good shit, I'm looking good, I'm shaking that ass, I'm looking like money, and they trying to send the money my way, so I'm ready to take it. So boom, this dude, he was telling me like, you know, first of all, I never would have even talked to him, but I guess he was telling me like, you know, he played football. You know how these have all these big ass lies for you before you start like, or attempt to go on a date with him or anything like that. So he had all these goddamn lies for me, telling me he was a football player. He got his own house. He got a movie theater in his house and shit like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to find out about that. Let me see him. So he was like, you know, you need to let me spoil you, do this, do that, or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I didn't know if he could spoil me. Now, let me say this. This is why I started talking to him. Because at first, we were just texting on some shit like that. And he was cool as fuck. Like, we was getting along. And, you know, he was talking good game. But let me say this, too. I was, like, talking or texting this man before I even seen the fucking picture of him. I'm going to say that. Literally, to me, his voice sounded good on the phone and shit like that. For a long time, I didn't know what that looked like, okay? So then, like, after a couple days of us, I was telling him to send me some pictures, and he was like, okay, you send me some pictures too. So, he was sending me pictures and stuff like that. He was looking okay. Like, he was straight at first, but then, like, he did, like, a little mouth thing, or he was talking about something, and I seen his whole mouth, and that shit scared the fuck out of me, because I'm just like, damn, bitch. He looked like he could bite my whole little ass head off. And I'm like, I'm not comfortable with a man who teeth fucked like that. So I'm like, I was a little iffy. And mind you, I was supposed to be linking up with the next day. So after I seen that mouth, it was just like, I don't think so. He showed me his mouth and I was terrified. I was scared and I wanted to get away. I had already just established that I was gonna link up with him or some shit like that. So I ain't want to be no lame ass bitch. Be like, we weren't gonna link up. So long story short, the next day, I really was going to try to reschedule, but then he was kind of acting like a bitch, and I was bored. Well, he was acting mad because of, like, something that I did, or I ain't talked to him or something like that. So, I guess that same day, he was on some shit, like, he really wanted to see me and stuff like that, and I just felt bad for him. So, I was like, yeah, and I was bored, too, so I was like, oh, I guess I'll link up with him. He was saying we going to go get some food. We were supposed to go on a date. We supposed to go on a motherfucking date, and that's what be pissing me off about these niggas. They be capping. This what ended up happening. Okay, boom, he was telling me he was gonna come pick me up from the house or whatever. So I'm like, okay, he coming to pick me up from the house. You know, I ain't thinking too much of it, y'all. Once he finally get to the house, I had to tell my sister to open the gate. Or I didn't tell my sister to open the gate. When he was at the gate, he couldn't get in the gate. And so he was at the front. So boom, he was telling me he had the front, this and that. So I was getting ready and I was gonna walk out the door and stuff like that. So it took me a long time, but once I finally got the door, y'all would never ever believe what the fuck happened. I can see the front of the gate if I walk around like to the stairs or whatever. So I'm looking at the gate and he telling me he had the gate and shit like that. So when I go to the gate and I'm looking at the gate, the only thing I fucking see is a white pickup truck, and it's like about rusted and dusty the fuck up. So I'm like, who the fuck finna ride in that? I went back in and I texted him and I said, I don't see you, knowing damn well I seen him, but I just didn't feel comfortable getting in that bitch. He was telling me it's a white pickup truck. I go back in the house and I'm dying fucking laughing, and I called my sister and I'm like, look, I'm not finna get in this motherfucking car with this ugly ass truck. Dusty as fuck. It's his company truck. So it's like, you done came and got me in your work truck, bitch. You got me fucked up. So once I realized like that was real drill where I was supposed to be going, or the destination or whatever, I told him, I was trying to make it seem like that I didn't see the nigga. Like, I didn't want him to know that I was there, because it's just like, you really, like, you're so embarrassing. You just came and picked me up. This a first fucking impression, and you just come pick me up in this rusted ass truck or whatever. So I was telling my sister, I'm like, I'm not getting in that fucking truck, because it's just like, why would you do that? Like, you really don't give a fuck on some shit like that. At first, like, I was just like, it took him like 45 or probably like almost to an hour for him to get to me. So, you know, I'm slick, not no lame ass bitch either. As much as I was contemplating and I really wanted to leave that nigga in the goddamn wind because he came in that ugly ass truck, I still ended up going because he made the trip and I didn't want to be lame. After that, you know, I ended up getting in the truck. I ended up going and getting in, and I told him, like, I didn't know that was him. I thought he was in something else. I'm like, you really came to pick me up in my work truck? Because I can't hide it. I'm going to have to be completely honest with you. I am mad as fuck about this. I'm like, you really came to pick me up in your work truck? He was like, yeah, I got to get the other car fixed. Then he was telling me the truck was fucked up. So I'm like, damn, bitch, so this bitch break down? Because if it's going to break down, I might as well just stay at home. But he was like, nah, it's good, but he still going to have to get it fixed. When I'm looking around in the truck, only thing I see is like a dirty ass, like, you know, where the cups and shit like that, it look like they done had like an oil spill right fucking there. It's a big ass, I don't know if it was a bullet hole or I don't know what the fuck, but it was a big ass, like, it looked like somebody had done took the windshield and hit it with a bat. And I'm just like, what the fuck did I get myself into? So boom, we driving or whatever. Mind you, I said we were supposed to be going on a date, we were supposed to be going to brunch, we were supposed to be doing a whole bunch of shit, but somehow the plans just changed. And he was saying like he was finna go get some wine and we was gonna get some food and shit like that. And we got the wine, but we didn't get no food. So long story short, we ended up going to his big ass house that this nigga was flexing about. Get to the house or whatever. It's a nice house or whatever, but it ain't his house. Or I don't know what the fuck the circumstances is. I guess his mama ended up dying. But long story short, his big ass house that he was telling me, that shit in the basement. It wasn't dirty in there, but it wasn't the cleanest in there either. So it was like, I was uncomfortable. Boom, we get to the nigga house or whatever, and you know, we parked that ugly ass truck in the driveway. Once we got in the house or whatever, you know, I was just looking around, scoping the premises and stuff like that. So long story short, we just was gonna watch a couple of shows or some shit like that, and then that's what ended up happening. Oh, it was just really, really crazy as fuck, because okay, when he first sent me some pictures, I didn't know, like, I ain't know. So the whole time I was with him, he had on his hat, he had on a hoodie and stuff like that. So I never seen his hair, I never seen his haircut or nothing like that. So it's just like, you know, we was just chilling, we watching the show, we was drinking wine and smoking and shit like that. And he wasn't smoking no good gas either. So it's just like, damn, why every nigga that be trying to fuck me be smoking OG and bad weed? Like, I don't smoke that shit. It make me sick, nigga. Don't offer it to me. A little while after I was there, you know, he had his hat on the whole fucking time. And, you know, I didn't know why the fuck he had his hat on, right? Like, it started to get a little late. So I guess he wanted to get a little comfortable. Why did this nigga take off that motherfucking hat and he set that cold ass walnut on my motherfucking shoulder? Just gave me fucking frostbite and everything. The bald head was cold as fuck. And one thing about it, if I knew you had a bald head, I probably wouldn't mess with you, because my granddaddy got a bald head. And it's just like, it was shiny. It was a shiny, cold ass bald head. You just gonna just sit that, or just plop that bitch on my goddamn shoulder like I was just okay with this bald head, or I knew you had a bald head in the first place. I was so disgusted. Boom. So boom. After that, I was just plotting on how the fuck I'm about to leave, because it's just like, me personally, I'm always like cold as fuck all the time anyway. So it's like when that nigga popped that cold ass head, and it was a little bitty head. So okay, he just wasn't my type, okay? Like, he wasn't my type. And it's like, your head, like, your bald head cold as fuck. Like, I would see, like, I probably would feel, like, I feel like my granddaddy bald head, like, warm. Like, and you get what I'm saying? It's the good, it's like, he's human. My granddaddy bald head got a little heat and warmth to it. Nigga, that bald head was cold as fuck. You just sit that shit on me like I'm just your bitch or something like that. No. Long story short, I ended up was trying to figure out a lie for me to leave, honestly. All the time, though. I'm always lying. I came up with a lie for me to leave, and I told him, like, you know, I had to go get my nephew, which I do have my nephew all the time. So, and I was telling him, like, we just gonna have to go get my nephew. So I was telling him, I was like, he was like, okay, you know, he was still trying to lay up and shit like that. I said, can we go home before it get dark? Mind you, the sun just started to set. So I'm like, yeah. So he was like, yeah, we can. I'm like, because I don't really like to have my nephew out that late and shit like that. So boom, he was like, yeah, well, we can leave, this and that. Long story short, he ended up taking me home. Like, I just wasn't messing with him after that. Like, because one day he ended up, I really wasn't messing with him, period. But it was just like, I really wasn't messing with him because it just felt like he was irritating as fuck. Because, like, the next day, even though, like, you see shit didn't go good, and he ended up, like, texting me on some shit. And it was like, I wasn't even in a good fucking mood then. So it's like, nigga, leave me alone. So, he ended up texting me and he was like, something. And I'm like, I'm not in the mood right now. Like, I don't want to talk. And he was like, you always, like, not in the mood, this and that. You need to, like, trying to tell me what the fuck I need to do. First of all, don't be trying to put me in my place because you're not my motherfucking nigga and you will get that bald head slapped the fuck up talking to me crazy. Who the fuck you talking to, nigga? Like, that shit was crazy as fuck. Don't talk to me. I'm not your bitch. So I had to tell his ass straight up, like, get the fuck off my phone. So I ended up blocking that nigga. And then a couple days later, the nigga ended up texting me like, oh, stop fucking playing with me. You want your family to come up missing. Talking crazy, talking about, oh, stop fucking playing with me. Like, you want one of your people to come up missing or some shit like that. Let me tell you something. Atlanta, my city, I know people on every motherfucking side. Bitch, somebody, one of your motherfuckers to come up missing before one of mine. Really got me fucked up. I don't do threats. I don't take threats lightly. So it's like, bitch, you wearing that bald head to end up in somebody's dumpster or in the motherfucking graveyard. You keep motherfucking playing with me. So I blocked that and I told that nigga, don't ever threaten me in your motherfucking life, bitch. Do you know who I know? Bitch, do you know who I am? Don't fucking play with me like that shit was crazy as fuck, y'all. But literally, that's why I don't link up with these niggas. I was attempting to go on dates, but as you can see, this nigga, he was gonna take me on a date and he was capping. The fuck? The day before I seen you, I seen what you look like, but I was hoping maybe you looked a little bit better in person, but then you revealed that ugly ass, fat, small ass, bald head to me, and it was just like, that was too much for me to goddamn stomach. So no. So long story short, we don't fuck with each other no more. I would never fuck that nigga again, and he know it's smoke when he see me. You know what's so crazy? This nigga, he was old as fuck, probably like 31, but his little brother came in there, he was about my age, and I'm like, damn, I want the brother, if anything. Shit, you over here trying to throw yourself on me. I want your little brother. Put me on. Fuck you talking about. But y'all know how I be doing. I just be out here living my life and shit. And it's like, I know y'all probably like, you know, I'm always like, I always got some shit going on. But I don't be having this shit going on. It be these niggas having that shit going on. It be these niggas. Because they be trying to get you all roped up for some shit and then boom. But then it's like he ain't got no kids. He was looking for some kids from me and everything. It's like, nigga, no, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. There's more content coming soon. It's your girl Blue Myrtle. Y'all know I love y'all Murder Game Posse. If you like this video, y'all know, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Cause I don't care. I don't be caring at all. You know, it's business. It's business. So I love y'all. See y'all soon. And a lot of new content coming soon. We got a lot of big shit we doing. So get ready. Okay? And all my sisters gonna be in some of the new shit. So let's get ready for it. Let's get ready for it. It's your girl Blue Myrtle. Bye.